I am here in Oaxaca, Mexico. As you can see behind me, it's a gorgeous place. It's been about 3 months. It feels like it's been 8 or 9 months. 3-month verdict on doing this is it's still great. It does have its downsides. There's little cons that crop up here and there. There are irritations that will inevitably work their way into the fabric of your daily reality, but these are pissant little details in the grand scheme of things. This place where I'm staying, with this view, this isn't my room. This is like a communal thing up top, but pretty nice room with this kind of a view. $800 a month. It's still a little bit surreal to be walking around completely alone in a foreign country. I'm not totally used to that yet. It's not like a disquieting feeling, really. It's surreal because I didn't think that I would ever be in this position. I didn't think that I was the kind of person that would ever venture off on this kind of a thing. I always thought travel was something for other people. I'm also realizing that I'm still having to detrain myself from the reflex of having lived in places that I really didn't like for most of my life. To constantly have to remind myself that there are things outside that are beautiful to look at and important to experience. And when I lived in California, I had this feeling like the outside world was this obnoxious, malevolent presence, like this spectral thing that was peering in at me through my window and scowling. But yeah, having to retrain myself to appreciate the things that are around me, which sounds very eat, pray, love. But it's true. Like I went, like my neck is still bothering me. My neck is still a problem. And I was laying down trying to prevent a headache. I was laying flat on my back on my bed with my laptop propped on my chest, watching YouTube. And I just had this moment of like, fuck this. Like I know that this is technically good for my neck, but I just am so sick of staring at a screen, and I find myself still doing it. And I just put on my trusted Tevas, my cliche Tevas, walked out the door and walked around, and it was just, you know, like I made that video about Puerto Vallarta, and I said the first morning that I woke up, I walked down to the beach. It was probably 7, 8 in the morning, and I took my sandals off and walked in the water, and I felt this weight come off of me. And I feel that weight coming off of me again in Oaxaca. I think it boils down to 3 things, 3 whys to explain that. 1, novelty. I don't feel like I'm trapped in this sauna of a life of just kind of melting in routine. I'm sure that's a familiar feeling to a lot of you. So there's new stuff to look at and pay attention to and experience. And I didn't appreciate how powerful and how important that really is until coming out here. 2, I think, is the element of nature, just the physical beauty of a place. And I'm finding that architectural beauty is not quite enough. Like Mexico City is architecturally beautiful, but I still felt a little trapped there, and it was because I didn't have views like this. There were no views except for the beautiful architecture. It was very tall. But I'm looking out here behind the camera at a bank of trees and seeing big, weird tropical birds in the trees. Oaxaca's not super tropical. It's very temperate. I think the elevation is relatively high here. I haven't checked, but tropical birds, at least. Big forested mountain with the clouds behind it. And this, you know, it's really important. Being in a beautiful place really makes life better, really makes life better. And 3, not being surrounded by opulence. It's potentially a douchey thing for the Californian digital nomad to say, but I have found over the course of my life, and it has been crystallized by this trip, I simply don't like being around a lot of money. It is amazing how much more comfortable I feel here than I did in the city where I was born. I'm still vigilant, I'm still aware, I'm not exposing myself to any stupid risks. But so far, I love this place, and I love this country. And I feel very lucky that I'm in a position to experience it in the way that I'm experiencing it. I still feel very lucky that my life circumstances aligned to allow me to do this. I still think that this is a fortunate position to be in. I'm glad that I saw this shot and I took it. More videos to come, more reselling stuff to come, and probably a little bit more of this travel type stuff. Thanks for watching.